Communities are gathering across Canada today to recognize the third annual National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. The federal holiday recognizes the legacy of Canada's residential school system and its harms to Indigenous peoples. In Orwa, residential school survivors and Indigenous leaders attended a commemorative event on Parliament Hill. There are also events taking place across the country, including Victoria, Winnipeg, and Toronto. The Canadian Museum for Human Rights in Winnipeg is offering free admissions today, as is the Canadian Museum of History in Orwa. Native Child and Family Services in Toronto hosted its 26th annual Pow Wow at Dufferin Grove Park on Saturday. Toronto Zoo offered a number of activities to honor Truth and Reconciliation Day. A smudge ceremony opened the zoo at 9:15 a.m. and later in the day there were crafts and activities available for visitors to try at the First Nations Art Garden. Zoo admissions are free to all self-identifying Indigenous people. However, a new survey by Ledger has found that 48% of Canadians say they won't be taking any specific action to recognize National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. This is according to Ledger, a data analyst company that surveyed more than 1,600 Canadians to better understand their awareness of Indigenous communities. The data found that 24% of Canadians saying they are much more aware of Indigenous history in Canada than they were 4 to 5 years ago. The survey also showed that 36% of respondents said they are a little more aware of Indigenous history than they were 4 to 5 years ago, with 26% thinking that they are no more or less aware. 4% say they are less aware now than in years prior. The data also reflects planned participation of National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, with 23% of Canadians saying they will wear orange to show their support, and 15% planning to actively listen to Indigenous people speak about prominent issues in their culture. Aside from the 48% of Canadians who say they won't be taking any specific action to recognize the day, 12% of respondents say they plan to have conversations about reconciliation with friends and family, according to the polling. This online survey was conducted from September 22 to 24 with 1,652 Canadians 18 years of age or older randomly recruited from Ledger's online panel, according to Ledger. Margin of error cannot be associated with a non-probability sample in a panel survey. For comparison, a probability sample of 1,652 respondents would have a margin of error of plus minus 2.4% 19 times out of 20.